As of recording, our season officially starts in 48 hours with a cup competition, and Bradford City has just stolen another Everton Academy product that we could potentially sell for millions of pounds. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, last season we stole Jenson Metcalf, and then he were alright, pretty good. Sold him to Millwall for over... Okay, he was quite good actually. Sold him to Millwall for over £1 million, and this season we've done the same. Now, I can't remember if we bought Metcalf or if it were free or whatever. This one is a free transfer. They released him and we went, come train with us. He trained with us for a few weeks with 5 other trialists. That includes Nick Powell City. Please sign Nick Powell, please. Anyway, Reece Welch, welcome to Bradford City. Oh boy, I am excited to be making this another transfer video. It seems like the transfer window went silent, and then out of the ashes rose Reece Welch. Unfortunately, we haven't seemed to have given Aaron Lewis a contract. Not wanting him. I am kind of sad about that. Apparently, though, we've got 2 players on the table, and Nick Powell's contract should be signed tomorrow. Yes! Yes! Right. Reece joined the Everton. Can I call him Reece? Are we on that first term? I'm going to call him Reece. I am kind of annoyed we didn't sign the other Reece James, because that would have been a great title. But for this purpose, I am alright, just sign him. Reece. Reece joined the Everton Academy at the age of 7. Do you know how crazy that is? 7. That is 2 years after Metcalf joined. Get on his level, man. Metcalf joined the Academy at 5. 7. You're only 7. And he signed his professional contract in 2020. That was 6 years ago. He's now 22. So can someone do them? That he signed it as professional contract at 60. Oh. Anyway, in those 6 years, apparently this is all the stats are according to Wikipedia, because transfer market is down, so hopefully they're accurate. Anyway, according to Wikipedia, he's made 9 appearances for Everton under 21s and 3 appearances for Everton, none in the Premier League though. Back in 2023-24, he actually had a loan for Forest Green, which I think is currently his peak of his career. This was when Forest Green were a League 2 club. I'm assuming it's in that period. It would have been the period where they got promoted, relegated. So this was the season they went in League 2 after being relegated from League 1, about to be relegated into the National League. Oh, great. Anyway, he made 24 appearances in the first half of the season, as on the 3rd of January, Everton recalled him. I'm sorry, that is 24 appearances is actually really good for him. Like, that is quite good. Yeah, Forest Green weren't amazing, but, you know, I think that's good. And then have to wait another whole season for his next opportunity, where he went to Belgium to play in the Challenger Pro League, which is the 2nd division of Belgium. Teachers, you not do anything. Where he played for Denise and made 3 appearances, but I believe Everton then recalled him again because Denise went broke and no longer exists, apparently. That's what I've heard. Apparently his last appearance is was on the 10th of January 2026 in the FA Cup, when Everton drew 1-1 with Sunderland. Which means he's made a grand total of 1 appearance in 2026. He's played 1 game of football in 2026. I don't know how to feel. I really do not know how to feel about this. I was so hyped about him, and then I've looked into the stats. This isn't a Jenson Metcalf where he broke through, played for Chesterfield, you know, were regular-ish, and then broke through to us. However, I do actually think I think he's got the mindset. He does look like a good lad. I think it'll take a couple of years. This isn't going to be a quick money thing. And part of me does think we have only got him for the money. And I'm kind of worried. I mean, I don't think Joe Wright's going to have that great of a season, if I'm going to be honest. Pennington. Alexander doesn't seem to like Pennington. And Bolden and Gilsey, I think, are great, like, attacking-wise. But, you know, I don't know, man. I really do not know how to feel. Like, I'm excited with signing this, like, you know, Everton Academy baller like Metcalf, but at the same time, I'm worried. Us becoming like a feeder club, is it gonna, or not even a feeder? What's it called? Like, you know, like where is it gonna? I don't know. Anyway, so like I say, he was one of the trialists. He is mainly a centre back. That is his main position. However, he's wearing number 2, and so does that mean he's a fullback? Because I have noticed somewhere. Let's take a look at our fullbacks actually. Josh Nerfill and Tyreek Wright both expected to start. Your backup, Toure. I expect he will start in the centre-back role. We have 3 full-backs. All 3 I think are going to be starting. So we need some cover there, Alexander. I don't know how this is slipped. Fair enough not wanting another left-back because, you know, if Wright gets injured, just shove Toure out wide. But that right-back spot, we need somebody there. Now, whether Oscar Lund can play there, I'm not entirely sure. But let's be honest. Oscar Lund might not. This is a matchday squad. A matchday squad bench is a lot different to a pre-season friendly bench because you only have a certain number of players. Anyway, he is apparently right. He's 6'6", which would make him the same height as Sam Walker. However, I've also heard rumours he's 6'9", so he's a tall boy. Anyway, I've wrote this little summary on him. I think he will become a fan favourite as I think he will generally become a world class centre back in the future. I think he's going to be a late bloomer to the game. So I think like by the time he's 26, he'll be playing in the Premier League. By the time he's 27, he'll be playing in the Champions League. By the time he's 30, he'll have won the Champions League. This is kind of the kind of player I think we're dealing with here. So I think we will sell him for over £1 million. Just like Jenson Metcalf, which is why the title of this video is Bradford City keeps stealing Everton's £1 million plus academy products. However, 39 appearances in 6 years is kind of embarrassing for both. You know, that it's an average of 6.5 appearances a year. Now, for where we finished last season, that is kind of embarrassing. However, like I say, I do think this is purely a signing on money to try and, you know, grow the player. But my father said to me, I was like saying all this to him, and he was like, yeah, but think about it. He can't be much worse than Kelly and Burnley. Fair enough. And also, Alexander's never really made a bad signing. And I'm thinking about it. He hasn't. He's not Max Power. We'll leave that one. Maybe Stephen Humphries too. I would say they're the 2 candidates for a bad time. Because everyone seems to be turned on Stephen Humphries. I still really want him to be successful, but I do think his ego's in the way of him being successful. Anyway, so I'm not entirely sure about Reece Welch. I do think he were building something for a screen. He was slowly going to be, you know, with that 24 appearances in half season. Then Everton recalled him and completely ruined it. So I don't know. He seems inexperienced, but has a very high ceiling. That was how I would would sum him up, or as I put here, seems inexperienced. Look, he has a very spelling, not a strong suit on these scripts. If anyone else were to read these scripts, they'd honestly be so screwed. But yeah. Like I said, I do think that sums him up perfectly. Seems inexperienced, but has a very high ceiling. Anyway, so yeah, that is going to be it. Whoa! I nearly forgot the forfeit. As you know, every player we signed gets a little forfeit added on. This one is going to be a career forfeit. If Bradford City don't sell him for more than £1 million, I will do a 5-season takeover of Everton on FC whatever. But no one can be valued at over £1 million. That's right. I think that is up there with one of the craziest forfeits, other than the Jake Beasley forfeit. I also think that were a crazy forfeit I did. Because I said, if you don't know the Jake Beasley forfeit, I said if you didn't get to 100k goals at Bradford City, I will have to score 100 goals with Jake Beasley. So I don't know which of them is crazy, but yeah, make sure to like and subscribe. I've actually already filmed one of the forfeits for Oscar Lund, I just go watch the Preston match. It'll all make sense. Anyway, see you in the next one. Bye.